Greetings, grasshoppers. Welcome. It is just giving me a little bit of a glitch over here on LinkedIn, but I will go ahead and take care of that later. How are you, everybody? Listen, we are here with Coaching Community Chat again with my dear friend Steve. Steve, do you want to tell them who you are and what you do?
First, everybody, happy Wednesday. And if you're watching this today, great. If you're watching it next Wednesday, makes sense again. But my name is Steve Sunshine. I'm the VP of Sales and Marketing for TrueChat. We are a dynamic marketing platform that uses conversational marketing and gives tools to developers, marketers, company owners, coaches, salespeople, every type of industry out there. But we really are focusing in on the coaching community with great services and products that RJ and I are going to show you today.
Awesome. So Steve and I have known each other for quite some time now, and we worked, as he said, we worked together to produce some stuff that we know that you're absolutely going to love. And today, and many days, we're going to be talking about these new coaching communities that are just hitting it out of the park, as far as meeting a whole lot of needs of coaches out there. Coaches are primarily who I work with. And today we want to talk about one specific aspect of the coaching community that I think is going to be super, just a rocket ship for engagement. Do you want to talk a little bit about the engagement possibilities?
Sure. One of the things that, in me talking with coaches for years and years and really focused the last, 12 months, is that their challenge is how do they keep their students, we'll call them students today, engaged. Okay, they can sell them a course, they can have them watch their video, they can send them an email, but that engagement is the connection. If the content is engaging, they're connected to your message, to your voice, to your insight, your inspiration. So the traditional way you connect is a challenge. And that's what we get from coaches. So we try to build a solution that really focuses on that connection.
Mm-hmm. And with the connection, that is, we've talked a lot about having that engagement possibility there daily. Could you talk about kind of what motivated you to create what you did with that daily connection?
Sure. One of the mentors in my life, whether he knows it or not, is the 2 years I spent, or approximately 2 years, with Grant Cardone, who's the big 10X man, who has 6, 7, 8 million followers, but is one of the industry's leader in training, sales training, and inspiration. He had a staff of about 30 to 40 salespeople, and they all sold his sales training platform. And what he demanded out of every one of his salespeople was the first 15 or 30 minutes prior to the start of the day, they trained on the platform they had to sell. They worked in teams and partnerships and did role playing, and they focused on different strategies of selling and all different things. But every day it was a requirement. Hey, how you doing? It was a requirement for the salespeople to train themselves, because most of the time salespeople, they either never read a book, never took a course, or they're just winging it. But what he drove success was you trained on the platform every single day. You stayed fresh. You stayed focused. Even LeBron James warms up, practice shots before he plays a game. They don't go and sit on the sideline and say, okay, ring the bell, let's start. But that's what salespeople do. That's what most people do. They wait for the bell, and instead of training and engaging with the content and the information every day. So this is a platform that allows that daily or weekly or twice a week or once a month, however you want it as a coach, that engagement to increase the success of your program.
Right, because without consistency, you don't get the results that you want to get. And every single person who gets involved with a coach, buys a program, goes through a course, joins a mastermind. They don't do it for fun. I mean,
Right.
probably,
Right.
I join those things and I get involved and engaged in those things for a transformation of some kind.
Right.
Sometimes the transformation's huge, sometimes it's small.
Does it happen
But
in one day, the transformation, or is it a progressive engulfing or diving into the material and having it kind of wash all over you? Or, I don't think things happen in one day.
they don't. I mean, they don't, right?
Yeah.
They don't. Because here's the thing with knowledge, with any piece of knowledge, it sits on a couch of context.
Okay.
And when you're getting involved, when you've got whether it's an everyday thing or whether it's just on Wednesdays or a Tuesdays and Thursdays thing or whatever you want, there's that ability to immerse yourself in the content while you're learning the new stuff. You're also referencing back to everything else that you've learned. So really, I mean, I've studied adult learning for a while now, and that's the best way to do it is if you've got some context, and if you do have people that are willing to return to your site every single day, those are the people that are going to get the most consistent, the most transformational results. Those are identifiably at a glance the people that need to take your next class.
Right.
The people, that absolutely part of these bots, like just overall, is the thing that we talk about so often with you want to be able to, in your work, whatever work you've chosen in the world, you want to be able to do the things each day that are most valuable for your time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to go after everybody on your email list right now. You want to talk to the people whom it will make the most difference
Right.
to. Because that is always going to be more bang for your buck, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And so, being able to identify those people who come back several times a week, every single day, identify those immediately and make that, the next conversation you have, that's a very big difference for a coach.
Yep. I've seen so many times, and I experienced it personally. You go to a conference, you read a book, you watch a video, you get this jolt of inspiration. But that's Friday. And then by Monday morning, or you come back from the conference and you've got these jolts of information and jolts of inspiration. And it's like, okay, now the real world's back. And I was really motivated on Friday and Saturday, but now it's 4 days later. I didn't engage with the content. I didn't refresh myself. I was open for it on Friday, but now I've got to get back to the real world. But what if I engaged with that same message, that same content, just a little bit, bite-sized, consumable, 3 minutes, 5 minutes a day type of thing with accountability? And RJ is the queen of accountability bots. With that accountability allows the coach to know that their programs are working or adjust their programs to make better impact and deliver better value, because nobody is in it to set it and forget it type business. If you're a brand new coach, you've got to see the vision of how you can help people ongoing instead of sell that one course. You sell the one course, it's quick money. You're not really a coach. You found a product to sell. It could be toilet paper, it could be t-shirts. You found a coaching course. But if you want to inspire and educate and drive a following and become a movement, if you have those lofty goals, then really think about that engagement piece and the accountability piece instead of, I'm going to sit down and take your whole course this afternoon and forget about it on Monday.
Exactly. And I think that one of the things that you just brought up is so important is that when you want to, when your goals are lofty, you've got to think about things in an entirely different way. Mm-hmm. And this whole thing about consumable bite-sized content every morning, mm-hmm. This is a huge difference,
right,
between how coaches are thinking now and and where they need to be with this. Because if you do have that consumable everyday content, then you have that opportunity for transformation.
Yep.
And most coaches, most coaches I work with, most people I know, they don't have that concept firmly in mind of, listen, come to the well every day, come to it before breakfast. I've got something for you. And here's another thing. And I know that there may be people out there listening to this who are just a little frightened. So I'm going to ask you a question that will help, I think. Every day, does that mean I need to do something? I mean, does that mean I need to record a video every single day? I don't have time for that.
Well, your coaching program, your mission is defined by you. Okay. And there's many tools, many platforms, many ways to deliver that. All right. So you got to pick what's best for you. You could have a massive amount of content already. You just don't have it in an organized fashion to deliver it to the world. Or you could be just starting out, or you could be an author or have a concept and you're trying to figure this out. But the platform that RJ and I came up with, that we're selling now and is getting tremendous traction and is overwhelming people of the opportunity that we can present for them, is really based on what you want to do. We tried to make the technology part invisible. You really don't even have to touch technology. If you can do a Google Sheet and you can put in your message of the day, or record your video if that's your medium of choice, it's what way do you want to communicate? Some people are great writers and they have this content and they can slice and dice it up. Instead of writing a 5,000 word blog, they can make 50 little snippets of information that pass from one person to the next that all leads up to a full training. Or they can easily put their iPhone out, talk for 5 minutes, 1 minute each day about what's on their mind or how they're doing it, and they can deliver that in slices. You can build all the content ahead of time. You can do it in batches. You can reuse content all the time. So we help you, RJ and I, with a method, a way to do it. But you're the coach. It's your way of doing it, but we give you the tools and the flexibility to do it big time, small, roll it out slow, repurpose all your existing content, use your content on all the social channels, then bring it back into the platform. So what RJ and I's biggest strength is the strategy. Every coach that I talk to is like, I got this mission, but I don't know how to make that mission come alive. That's the RJ and Steve team. We can help you do that the way that makes sense for you. Not for everyone, for you. That personal one-to-one.
Yeah, and that is the magic. That is some magic. The groups that we've all set out to create, the experiences that we hope to have sometimes as coaches, are that people will come back and see our stuff every day. We write questions and engagement and drop it into a Facebook group or drop it into a LinkedIn group. We get a few people answering. We get some thought-provoking stuff, but that, my friends, is not necessarily engagement. Engagement is so much easier when people see it as a one-to-one. That's what these communities offer. Right. That's what this platform offers. And so, very good. I think that we have covered one topic really well. Final things to say about this community stuff in the one drip per day category.
The task of being a business person sometimes is overwhelming. And the task of having this great content and mission and vision is usually easier for a person to work to formalize. We've talked to so many people that have this vision, this idea. They've written it down on pads. They've talked to everybody. They've worked on it for life, but they don't know how to take it to fruition and put it online. So that's what we can do. And we can structure it so it makes sense for you in a strategy call. No cost, no obligation. Let us really lay it out what you can do, a successful path. And you really will be amazed at how quickly you can launch your business, and how you can do it alone. You can do it as a joint venture with other people. But the engagement point, again, the theme of today is engagement, is up to you. If your content is great and valued and inspiring and educational, people will want to come back every day. Give me more. Always leave them wanting more. The George Costanza method from Seinfeld. Yeah. Always leave them wanting more. Okay, so you tease information out. Don't overload them. Let them consume it, and then keep refreshing it. Keep letting them grow that momentum inside of them, their inspiration, their knowledge, and you're nurturing it, and you're coaching them to success. I don't know a coach in the world that says, I can coach you and you'll be successful tomorrow. It's a 3-month program. It's a 6-month program. It's a coach for life type thing. So engagement and accountability is what we provide.
Beautiful. Well, my darlings, please do come back. We'll be back here. We'll be back here tomorrow. We'll have a little short chat about one aspect of these beautiful communities. Also, up in the description, I've placed a link. Why? Because for your pleasure, I am putting on a webinar tomorrow. That's a full webinar full of, what's the benefit of these communities. What's going on out there, how this platform is going to help, putting on a full hour tomorrow at 1:00 Central Time. It's going to be a great time. So please do join us. And with that, we're going to say bye-bye for the day. Any parting words, Steve?
Yep. TrueChat.io, TRUCHAT.io, or more specifically, reach out to RJ. Tell them how to get a hold of you, RJ.
Oh, absolutely. Just ping me back on one of these threads, darlings.
Yeah.
Say I would like something, and I will be right there. Also, of course, you can email RJ at rj@blackbeltbots.com.
There you go.
Also, but easiest way, just ping back on one of these. I'll get you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Yeah. Happy Wednesday.
All right. See you in a bot, everybody.